限界を超えた神の力、まさかここまで負担が大きいと。
What Ultra Instinct does and how it is awakened has been explained many times through the Dragon Ball fandom already, but there is a mystery on this form which could potentially be a game changer as far as the future of Dragon Ball in form of a anime series goes. Usually when they want to stop everything and there is nothing planned for the future, we end up with Goku as the strongest hero and also with his newest forms not really having anything to be developed. It's all done and dusted, finished, and we basically get everything that the show has to offer. But on this case, it is completely different as the ending of Dragon Ball Super has been known for over a year into animation as the movie teaser confirmed. They have been working on for a long time in that movie behind the scenes without letting anybody know anything about it. It was kinda known around August of last year that we would be getting a new movie in 2018. Nobody really thought plan for that movie was that long, especially with it being announced very late on 2017. So if the movie has been planned for that long, Ultra Instinct or Migate no Gokui has been as well. Ultra Instinct is pure Toriyama work and anybody who has been following this franchise knows it and is able to understand the depth of it. But Dragon Ball Super episode 130 did something that I did not expect it to do, as Ultra Instinct clearly shows that it has a huge toll on Goku's body, and despite Goku being able to use it at its full potential, he cannot sustain it for a long time, and that leads to Ultra Instinct not being mastered as some people are referring it to be. This could be called full power Ultra Instinct because Goku is using it at its full potential, boosting his power as well as skills on fight, just like every other transformation. But of course this is more special as it has more depths and had a lot of more thoughts than the Super Saiyan ones did, because of course Toriyama had the Super Saiyan transformation there because he wanted to save time and also as a plot device for Goku to beat Frieza. Ultra Instinct is still a plot device to overpower Jiren, of course, having to beat him, but it's still nowhere near as far as simple as Super Saiyan is, because Toriyama here has put a lot of more thoughts into it, and we all know how much of a knowledge Akira Toriyama has on the world of martial arts. As mentioned before, Goku has been using Ultra Instinct at his full potential because he understood how it works and what he needed to do in order to let his body react on its own. But he hasn't mastered it yet because it is still very heavy on his body and he struggles a lot with it. And this is where Toei Animation possible plan could kick in. Dragon Ball Super more or less is going to finish as an unfinished product, with Ultra Instinct not being mastered, as well as Vegeta's new power not being explained, and many other things that happened just on this arc, like Pride Troopers and many things of that kind. It has not gone through everything, but they can just release a guidebook and explain everything other than Goku's mastered Ultra Instinct and how it is going to perform, because of course they have to show it. Totaro could do it on the manga, but I highly doubt that Toei Animation really cares what Totaro does on the manga because they want to milk the situation. Could it potentially happen on the new movie? And I mean Goku mastering Ultra Instinct? Definitely, it could be a small portion of Goku's training, kinda like Resurrection F had that portion of Goku and Vegeta on Beerus planet and then focused on the main story, but they don't really have that kind of time on this movie to show you because they have to do a lot of things as explaining the Saiyan origins and how they are the strongest race on universe. Explain the story with Frieza and also have a huge fight there. Don't get me wrong, they can, but I highly doubt that they don't pay more attention to Ultra Instinct, especially given to how much hype this transformation has gathered, and of course Toei Animation will want to milk the situation in any way that they can. Goku could be using Ultra Instinct in the new movie, don't get me wrong, but still the same thing is being repeated here. He still hasn't mastered it yet, so that is potentially a new thing for a new series. A new series is a huge possibility, and just thinking about what I talked up until this point makes me believe that Dragon Ball is coming back. This alongside the fact that Dragon Ball as a franchise in 2017 made over $500 million compared to a little bit over 100 in 2014 where there was no anime. Granted, this money didn't come just thanks to the anime, but new stuff kept coming out and kept everything alive, and of course you have things like toys with the new forms. Also, you have Dokkan Battle there, which is easily one of the most earning games at the moment, and many stuff there comes from the Dragon Ball Super anime itself. So that tells you that a new anime is more money for Toei. Of course, it is still more work, but we all know how Toei animation works. I'm not confirming that a new series is coming back, but I'm just saying that the chances of Dragon Ball coming back in the form of a series after the movie is released are huge, and at the moment we have just one episode left of Super to enjoy, as well as the movie, which is being aimed to be released worldwide in December of this year. Do I believe that Dragon Ball is coming back as a series? Yes. I am like 80% sure, 90 I would say, even go as far as 90 sure that we will be getting a new series in the future, like in a year or two at max. It will depend on how well the movie is going to do. That's my idea, that's my opinion, but it's a Dragon Ball movie and it is going to do very well, especially given to how much hype it has now that Super hasn't even finished yet. And imagine how hungry for new Dragon Ball content we are going to be when December comes around and the movie gets released. That was it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel with notifications enabled so you don't miss out on any further content. Have a great time, guys. Bye.